Today's video is on the BattleBlades Shinobi Chokuto sword. This one is basically a wakizashi. It has a kind of a surprise to it as well. Here's a quick look at the blade so you can see it. On the end of the scabbard, believe it or not, there's a knife. You got a knife at the end of the scabbard. I've never seen anything like this before. I've seen sword canes and things like that that have a sword handle to it. I mean, a cane handle to them. But this is the first time I'm seeing an actual dagger on the end of the handle. It's pretty sweet. Take a look at some specs of this one, up close looks, and also some cut testing. Let's get to it. Starting off with the sword, we have a 33-inch overall length. The blade itself is 22 inches of the single-edged sword. It's balanced very well. It feels similar to like if a wakizashi and a short saber kind of were married together to make the sword. So I really like the point of balance on it. We have a tanto that is a 5.5-inch single-edged blade. This one's got a thick tang, very similar to you'd see of the tang of a sword, so it's not thin by any means. And the overall length on this one is 10.5 inches. The handle's actually the end of the scabbard. I'll show you in a little bit, but those are your specs for this BattleBlade set. The sword itself is 2 pounds, 9 ounces. The tanto is not listed on the weight. This one feels to be at least a 3/4 tang. On the handle, which is the end of the scabbard again, right here you're going to see a pin. So this is pinned, so it's not just kind of shoved in there. It does have good construction to it. It is really solid in the hand, so I'm not really worried about that. If I had to estimate how much this one weighs, it doesn't even really weigh a pound. It's maybe like a little bit under a pound as far as the weight. You got a little bit over 2 pounds with this one. They're both very sharp. You're going to see in the cut testing, whether that be upward slashing or a little bit of the downward slashing that I work with it. The edge on it is excellent. I haven't worked with BattleBlades before, but their edge quality on this one is really good. Point of balance is 2 5/8 inches from the guard. This one's really sharp and it comes oiled very well too, so be careful with that. But edge quality, really good on this one. Let's take a look at some up close looks of this blade in the scabbard and out of the scabbard. Grip length on this one is 10 inches, so you can clearly use this with 2 hands. I did the cutting with 1 hand because I just found it most appropriate for me and what I'm used to in training. Steel quality on both of these is going to be a T10 high carbon steel. This, you can see how this comes out on the end of the scabbard. This is the dagger handle right here on the very end. You're going to see a pin that's it's lacquered over, but there's a pin. This is where the dagger comes out, or the tanto rather, to be more specific. And it slides directly in. No, the sword does not touch the tanto. There's no, like, they're not hitting each other or scratching each other or anything like that. But just to be specific on that so you can see how this thing draws out. Talking quickly about the cut testing, like I said before, this one comes sharp from the factory. It's really sharp, if I'm talking about my opinion. Is it hair shaving sharp? It's pretty damn close. Should you cut a tree with it? Should you try to hack a tree down with it? No. Can you cut tatami with it with proper training and making sure you're using common sense? Absolutely. Let's take a look at the cut testing with tatami and see how this blade performed. Thanks for joining me for this review of the BattleBlades Shinobi Chokuto sword. So this one, really, really great edge quality, great point of balance. Comes with a hidden dagger in the scabbard as well. If you want to pick this set up today, click the link in the description below this video to check it out on the website at kultofathena.com. As always, subscribe to the channel, like this video, thank you for your support, and we'll see you in the next one.